The journey of Suma. Suma's story began in a small town where she grew up in a middle-class family. Her father worked as a clerk in a government office, and her mother managed the home with care. Despite their best efforts, money was always tight, and luxuries were rare. But Suma's parents valued education and worked hard to provide her and her siblings with the opportunity to study, believing it was the key to a better future. From a young age, Suma knew that the road ahead would be difficult. She watched her father leave for work early every morning and return late, tired from long hours at the office. Her mother, though equally exhausted, never complained as she took care of everything at home. This early example of resilience taught Suma the importance of hard work and determination. She knew that in order to change her future, she had to strive for something more than just what her family could afford. The struggles began. Suma was a bright student, and her dream was to become a doctor, a goal that would help her not only have a stable career, but also bring pride to her family. However, the financial challenges were enormous. Her parents couldn't afford expensive coaching for medical entrance exams, and her study materials were always outdated. But Suma was determined to succeed. She spent long hours in the library, studying late into the night, sometimes only getting a few hours of sleep. Despite all her hard work, Suma faced constant pressure. One day, her father came home, worried about losing his job due to company downsizing. The news shook their already fragile financial situation. But instead of letting this setback demotivate her, Suma became even more determined to succeed. She promised herself that no matter how tough things got, she would not let her family's financial struggles define her future. Battling poverty. Suma knew that she had to make a sacrifice if she wanted to get into a good medical college. Even though her marks were excellent, the cost of tuition and living expenses was beyond her family's reach. So, she worked part-time jobs while continuing her studies, tutoring classmates, babysitting, and doing whatever she could to make money. Despite being exhausted from working late into the night, Suma never gave up. She kept telling herself that every sacrifice was a step closer to her goal. And when she finally passed her medical entrance exams, it felt like a dream come true. But even then, the financial burden didn't ease. The college fees were high, and her family struggled to pay them. Suma didn't want to give up on her dream, so she continued to work part-time, juggling multiple responsibilities. It wasn't easy, but the thought of her family's struggles kept her going. Making progress. Suma's time in medical college was tough. Not only was she balancing long hours of study, but she was also working hard to support herself financially. The days were long, and the nights even longer. But Suma's resolve never wavered. She remembered the sacrifices her parents had made for her education, and she knew that she couldn't let those sacrifices be in vain. Her grades weren't always the best, but she passed every exam with sheer determination. By the time she graduated, she had gained invaluable experience, not just as a student, but as a person who had fought through adversity. Suma found a job in a hospital, though it wasn't the dream job she had envisioned. The pay was modest, and the work was grueling, but it was a start. Overcoming obstacles. Even after landing a job, Suma didn't feel like her journey was complete. She knew that there was so much more she could do. So, she worked hard to improve her skills, taking extra courses, attending workshops, and always looking for ways to grow. She began to save money for her future goals, aiming to open her own clinic someday. But life still wasn't easy. There were times when she felt like giving up, especially when things seemed too tough. Her family had seen many struggles, and now Suma faced the burden of supporting them. But she was motivated by one simple truth. Success was not about avoiding struggles. It was about pushing through them. Suma's patience, hard work, and relentless drive paid off when she was able to save enough money to start her own clinic. It wasn't a large, grand establishment, but it was hers. The clinic slowly grew as she earned a reputation for being dedicated, compassionate, and hardworking. Her dream had come true, though the journey to get there had been filled with obstacles. Giving back to the community. As her clinic flourished, Suma didn't forget the struggles she had faced. She used her success to give back to the community. She started offering free medical checkups to underprivileged children, helping those who couldn't afford basic health care. She mentored young women who wanted to pursue careers in medicine, sharing her story of perseverance and dedication. Suma's parents were incredibly proud of her. They had watched her work tirelessly for years, and now they saw their daughter's dream come true. What made it even more special was that Suma had achieved success not just for herself, but for her family and the community. Her father, once a clerk in a small office, now saw his daughter as an inspiration for others. The lesson of Suma's journey. Suma's journey wasn't just about becoming a doctor or starting her own clinic. It was about the power of resilience in the face of hardship. Her story shows us that no matter where we come from or how difficult life gets, we can still rise above our challenges if we remain determined and focused. Her journey teaches us that success isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about embracing them and learning from every failure. It's about knowing that the pain of struggle is only temporary and that the strength we gain from it is permanent. Through Suma's story, we learn that success doesn't come easy, but it is possible if we are willing to work hard, make sacrifices, and never give up. Her life is a testament to the fact that, no matter how humble our beginnings, we have the power to change our futures. In the end, Suma looked back on her journey and knew that the hardships she had faced were worth it. The struggles had shaped her into the person she was, and the success she had achieved was not just for her. It was for everyone who had supported her along the way.